the bottom line is that your brain clearly has a best friend, and its best friend is your gut. And they're talking to each other like teenage girls all day long. They're just on the phone nonstop or texting all day long, and the brain is taking signals from your gut and adapting to them. But it goes both ways because the brain is sending signals back to the gut, which can affect the way that we digest our food.
Wow. So can you have a healthy brain if you have an unhealthy gut?
I think that to have the healthiest brain possible, it is essential to have a healthy gut.
Really?
Yeah, I think that we need to be quite intentional about the way that we go about these things, because we can kind of just stumble into our health, or we can wake up and see that here we are and we have 38 trillion microbes. They're constantly evolving and changing. The food that you eat today will change your microbiome by tomorrow. And with those choices, you are shaping the microbiome, and that microbiome will affect health throughout your entire body, including your brain, including your ability to function, including your ability to maintain memories, including your ability to focus and get stuff done, and your long-term cognitive health, which includes things like Alzheimer's and things of this variety.
Wow. So if someone is feeling like they have symptoms of some type of mental health challenge, they're feeling maybe they have ADHD, or they have depression or depressed thoughts, or they have anxiety or stress or overwhelm, what are 3 things they could do to start recognizing how to fix them?
Well, I'll give you 3 things, and they all connect back to the microbiome. I would start with food. Mm-hmm. The food is our most powerful lever that we can pull in terms of shaping and changing the microbiome. And there are simple choices that anyone can make. And this doesn't have to fall under a dietary pattern or a label. It's just changing the way you eat.
What would be, for that first one, what would be the top 5 foods that everyone should eat daily to optimize their gut microbiome?
Okay, I can give you a top 5, but can I start with this essential rule?
Yes.
Which is diversity of plants. Mm-hmm. All right, so eating as much variety of different plants in our diet. We have to be intentional about this if this is what we want. Because the problem is the food system is not going to do that for us. Mm-hmm. You go into the supermarket, they've distilled it down to 75% of the calories in our supermarket is 3 foods.
What are those 3 foods?
Wheat, corn, and soy.
Wow.
Yes. That is 75% of the calories in the supermarket. Now, granted, most of those are ultra processed, right? So I'm here to advocate for real food. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, seeds, nuts, and legumes. That's at least 5. We could add mushrooms. All right. Those are broad categories. And we can get more specific if we want to. But to me, it's about getting that variety. And this is not just an idea or a concept. This is actually scientifically proven. So in a study called the American Gut Project, which, by the way, was international, but it was run out of UC San Diego, what they found is that at the end of the day, when they did their analysis, above everything else, there was this one rule. The diversity of plants in your diet was the number 1 factor in predicting who had the healthiest gut. And the number is 30. 30 per week. So 30 different plants per week. Now, all fruits, vegetables, whole grain, seeds, nuts, and legumes.
Include those 30.
They count.
Okay.
All of them, right?
So you want to have 30 different ingredients every week of plants.
At least.
Wow.
At least. But you know what?
I don't even know if I've tried 30 different plants in my life.
Lewis,
it's like
you and I need to spend more time together.
Exactly,
man.
Right? It's like 30. Wow, that's incredible.
You take a smoothie. It could be Monday morning. Okay? Take a smoothie, bananas, blueberries, greens of your choice, whatever ones you like.
Chia seeds, hemp seeds,
flax seeds. We're already up to 6.
Okay.
Right? You want to add in some raspberries or some other kinds of berries. We could easily get this up to 10. Right?
Gotcha.
You're making pasta sauce. Why would you just do pasta sauce? Why not throw some plants in there?
Oh, there you go.
Right? Onions, garlic, basil, oregano. Those count too. Spices count.
Why is if someone's like, listen, I just like my 5 to 10 plants a week. I eat healthy plants. I eat mostly plants. I eat non-processed foods. Is that good enough? Or is it really more about the adding more and more of the diversity as possible, as opposed to just broccoli and spinach by itself?
The average person in the United States, 10% of their calories comes from actual plants. The number 1 plant is the potato, right? We're not talking about optimal nutrition here. There's a reason why people in the United States are suffering through the health-related issues that they currently have. We need to make changes. If we simply added more fiber to our diet, we would radically transform the health of this country.
Really?
Yes. And that person who's not necessarily eating a lot of variety, but is eating a lot of plants, number one, I give them a standing ovation. Their diet's great starting point. They're way better off than the average American is right now, right? We all, though, should be looking to optimize. We all have opportunities to do better. So if you take that diet and you add more variety to it, they will reap the rewards of that. And the reason why is because every single one of these plants has unique properties that are number one, going to affect our microbiome, right? So these microbes, they're kind of like us in many ways, Lewis. They have personalities. Some of them are not nice. They have cliques. They have certain ones that they tend to hang out with, and they work together. They also have taste buds. They have different food preferences. Not every microbe, believe it or not, likes kale.
Right. But you can train it to like kale, or you can get rid of the ones that don't like kale, I guess.
You can trade it to like kale, but there's going to be a lot of microbes that are going to be hungry if the only thing that you ate was kale.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
So every single plant is feeding certain families of microbes.
Interesting. So the more diverse and expansive that you have with your plant diversity, the less hungry you'll be as well, is what I'm hearing you say.
100%.
So if I just eat broccoli and spinach and kale a few times a week versus I might never feel like I'm full. It's like I still want more, right? So I need some different carbs or some snacks or things to feel more full. But if I'm hearing you say it right, if you have more diversity of plants more frequently, you're going to feel more satiated. You're going to get the fiber that your body needs to be less hungry as well.
Yeah. So satiation, like feeling full, is an important concept these days, right? We have all seen the rollout of Ozempic and these other GLP-1 type agonists. What is this GLP-1 that we're talking about here? This is a hormone. It's a gut hormone already produced by your body, right? And makes you feel full. Now, I'm not sitting here and going to try to pretend that like what you eat is going to have the same effect on your body that a drug does. That's not what I'm trying to do here. But I want people to understand that here we exist where 95% of Americans, 95%, are deficient in fiber. This is our most prevalent nutritional deficiency. And fiber is what actually leads to the release of GLP-1.
GLP-1 is what exactly?
GLP-1 is glucagon-like peptide 1, which is a gut hormone, which is what Ozempic is. Ozempic is GLP-1, okay? And it has these different effects on our body, including helping us to control our blood sugar and making us feel full.
Interesting.
Which is the reason why Ozempic is used for diabetes and for weight loss.